The day began like so many others, with my phone glowing before the sun had fully risen. Messages, deadlines, headlines, reminders. I moved through them all with practiced speed, telling myself I was fine because I was still standing, still answering, still pushing forward. By noon, my shoulders were tight enough to feel like stone. I laughed when I was expected to laugh, nodded when people spoke, and kept one eye on tomorrow like it was a predator waiting outside the door. Everyone called me reliable, strong, capable. I wore those words like armor, even when they felt heavy enough to bruise. Then, in a quiet moment between one responsibility and the next, I caught my reflection in a dark window. My face looked familiar, but tired in a way sleep could not fix. Not broken, not defeated, just burdened. And suddenly I understood something that had been trying to reach me for a long time. I had mistaken survival for living. The pressure I carried had become so normal that I no longer noticed its weight. I called stress discipline. I called exhaustion dedication. I called constant worry responsibility. But none of those names made the ache disappear. They only helped me ignore it. So I stopped for one honest breath. In that breath, I asked myself a question I had avoided for years. What do I actually need? Not what others expect, not what looks productive, not what makes me easy to admire. What does my mind need? What does my body need? What does the frightened, hopeful part of me need? The answer was not dramatic, it was simple, and somehow that made it harder to ignore. Rest. Peace. A little space to be human. I realized happiness had not vanished from my life. I had just been walking too fast to notice where it waited, in the warmth of a quiet morning, in a conversation that did not require pretending, in choosing to put one load down before picking up the next. Maybe true strength is not carrying everything. Maybe it is knowing when to pause. Maybe the bravest thing we can do is admit we are tired and then let ourselves breathe. So if my mind and body could speak today, I think they would not ask for perfection. They would not ask for more effort. They would ask for kindness, for sleep, for stillness. They would ask me to come home to myself,